I mean, I always work in work under that assumption anyway. So you're not telling me anything but except for that water is wet.
And you appreciate that it would be your fault.
I mean, yeah, I guess I just don't operate like that. Fault in not anything that I operate in.
So fault wasn't.
It's very subjective. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. So fault wasn't really like an element of what you're saying. You're just saying like.
Nah, cause I've been at fault on some shit, but I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like.
No, but I mean, really though, like if you dislike something that I like, I don't think there's enough fault that can be allocated to you for that, because there's a misalignment.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? I deal with the actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's much more of a something that I'm conscious of. You know what I'm saying? Always having a head on swivel, being situationally aware. Like when you analyze things on that level, like the whole morality, right and wrong, all that shit doesn't make a fucking difference.
Morality don't make a difference.
Cause I've been dumped, I've been stomped out and shit, and I wasn't there like, oh, well, these guys are wrong. Like they have time for that. Like that's not even a point that has any bearing on it. You know what I'm saying?
Whether or not you had time to like consider right or wrong reaction, surely like you can say like.
At that point, it was about survival, right?
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Like, unwise to not prioritize anything else in that moment. Coming away from that circumstance or reflection, surely you can make a judgment on right and wrong. Otherwise, the whole concept of right and wrong is just like. I mean, I understand that. Like, it's kind of.
For me, it's like it's very subjective.
I get that, but even out of the subject,
strapping a bomb onto you and blowing up people, like, is that right or wrong? I don't know, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It happens every day. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't know right and wrong. Is that what you're really saying? Like, you can't.
No, I'm saying it's subjective. It depends on what, you know. There's a saying that sin depends on what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like one person's terrorist is the next freedom fighter. Like that. To have those pity pats back and forth doesn't really fucking do anything.
No, but you're talking about on a very basic level. It's not about pity pats, because right and wrong underpin a lot of society. You're gonna raise your child based on right and wrong.
That's very right and wrong is subjective.
Yeah, but you're still gonna choose a set of right and wrongs to raise your child on, no?
Based on a lot of characteristics, but those are not unbiased. No. Whatever I think of right and wrong is not unbiased. It's not organic.
But what you will find is within your choices of right and wrong, the right and wrong values that you want to bring your child up on, there's going to be consistencies that extend beyond just your household. You're going to find a lot of people are going to agree, like, yeah, that's quite sensible to be right and wrong. It's quite sensible value. So what I'm saying is those core values that go through functioning communities, that's what we're talking on, and outliers to those shit.
Here's the issue I have with it. Yeah, I have this wrong, whatever that may be, right? Let's call it X at this point. But that's me, right? For me to point that off at you and say that you should adopt this is, by very definition, oppressive. I'm not with it. Like, whatever you see right and wrong, it's for you, that's fine. If I see right and wrong for me, fine. If there's a conflict with that, then we'll do that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, and I think that's how it kind of goes. But the thing is like,
but to say that there's some like commonality there,
it definitely is. It's what allows us to be able to function outside of our homes. Because if I had no expectation from you, then when I walk past with my kids, you could do anything, and likewise I could do anything.
You shouldn't have no expectation.
It's the reality, and of course
that's unrealistic.
What's unrealistic?
To have any expectation of somebody you've never met. and not saying
all the
that
time.
you're not saying you don't know me or whatnot. I'm just saying you're walking down the street, you see the
wouldn't be
next
able to
person,
drive
you
your
have some
car.
type of expectation. I would argue that's some kind of mental derangement.
You wouldn't be able to drive your car if you didn't have expectations. You wouldn't be able to board a plane if you
I
didn't have
could, because I'm
expectations.
keeping my head on the swivel. I'm situationally aware, so it doesn't matter
Not
what
even
you
your
do.
seatbelt on because you've got expectations of that seatbelt. What are you talking about? You're doing everything by the book as far as expectations. I think you're talking about a vacuum that you're not living in. You're being honest.
Can I just butt in? When you're driving it, don't you have to expect that a car might come around the bend if you're driving on a bend? You have to anticipate
Exactly.
things. Right.
You have
So
to
but you
anticipate.
just said that you can't. You just said you can. That's an expectation that there's a car that can come around the bend.
You expect the lights to show you what they're supposed to
That's not
show
an
you.
expectation. I don't define that as an expectation. So maybe there's a variance in how we define that. That I agree
So
that maybe
when
I'm using a narrow definition there. I'll put that off.
So okay, would you not agree that when you share the roads, the highways, and you're driving your car, there has to be an agreed set of rules for people to be able to functionally drive safely? It's not rocket science. I'm not trying to catch you out, but this is rudimentary, really.
I would disagree with that.
On what basis? Because you drive according to your own rules.
In essence, yes. But is there a commonality in that the decisions I'm making and the decision that the next person they're making are, get to the same point with common characteristics? I don't know how to get to that.
That's not the point.
But are they 110 every day down the road? Probably not, because that's not feasible as far as how engine works and stuff like that. Like, so they're,
Bro, you're trying to
looking at the economy thereof.
The commonality.
I'm not. Like, that's however they make their decision is how they make it. I don't overdrive my car like that because it's a resource that is limited.
You're trying to stay safe, bro. You're trying to stay safe, and the most effective way of doing so is by driving by a similar, if not the same code as everyone else. The only time you're going to extend that is when you think it's safe enough to get away with it. Okay?
Personally, for me, safety is like number 9 on my list. It may be higher on somebody else's
you might have your
echelon or something like, but it's not. When I'm considering safety is not high on my list, or not as high as some others.
You can have your child in the car, and safety is number 9 priority. That sounds like mental health to you, bro. What is this? This is irrational. What is this? This doesn't even make sense. You be driving the car with your child,
but yet I'm probably older than you, so it works for me.
What?
I'm not saying that you should adopt this. I'm not saying that you should adopt this yourself.
You're not even.
That's not what I'm saying. Like,
you're not even. There's no invitation for me to adopt it. I'm not here to. Like, you're saying, bro, listen, what you're saying does not make sense, and then you're gonna try to put it down.
It not make sense to you, and I would argue that it shouldn't make sense to you.
You said you don't understand, yeah? So let me clarify, okay? Cool.
No. Clarify when you say make sense. Make sense to whom?
Foolish questions. Let me just repeat, so hopefully we can pick up where it didn't make sense. Yeah, let's just pick up where it didn't make sense, yeah? So I'm going to repeat what I understood from what you said, yeah? You said, yeah, that whilst you're driving, yeah, and I placed the car in that scenario, I mean, a child in the car in that scenario, yeah, whilst you're driving, safety is priority number 9 on the list. And I said, this is unrealistic, is this what you're really saying? And you're saying to me, well, I'm probably older than you, so it won't make sense to you. This is not your type of rationale. I'm just repeating what you're saying. So the type that I've been accurate.
That's not word for word. I'm saying you misquoted me. Don't put words on it. I'm saying the reason why I brought up age is saying that we come from a different vantage. That's all I'm saying. Not that somehow my age somehow trumps you. That's what you do.
Okay, now connect that to the child being in the car and the safety.
Right.
Your vantage difference. What difference is that?
The fact that I have 4 children,
So,
and I've been driving for 3+ decades at this point.
so what? What does that mean?
So
You know-
I'm not basing it on theory. I'm basing it on experience, right? So for you to try to trump my experience, well, you know,
So listen,
whatever.
my bro, what if I had equivalent experience? And furthermore, scratch that, because it's not a dick measuring competition about who's got experience. What you're
It's
telling me
not.
is,
I'm saying my experience is relative. Let me disavow your misunderstanding. I'm saying my experience is relative to me and only me. I'm not saying
I'm not
you
talking about this ambiguous
should
thing.
take my experience and take some of that. I've never said that.
talking ambiguously. I'm not speaking ambiguously. I'm looking for absolutes. I'm trying to hear from you.
I
You're
don't.
saying,
Well, that's the difference. I've never
Okay,
spoken
so
in
for that period of
the whole
time,
time I've been in
did
this
you not
server.
care
I've
for
never
that
spoken
faith?
in absolutes. That's not something that I do. That's not something
Okay.
that I
I'm
partake
asking you a
in.
very simple question. Yeah, there's no need to hide behind nothing.
I'm not
For that
hiding
time,
behind
that you
anything.
was-
First of all, that's
for that period of
the
time-
way you're casting that is disingenuous.
Okay, cool.
I'm
For that
speaking
period of
from
time-
speaking from my perspective, and I'm not saying that because of my perspective you should adopt anything.
All right, cool. That's very much.
I'm not saying that.
Now, for that period of time, whilst you're driving them in the car, your children, yeah, are you telling me that you did not care for their safety whilst driving, and it was somewhere near priority number 9? Is this really a true reflection? Is what you're saying?
Yes,
This is parenting.
because all my children are still alive. In fact, 2 of them are grown. So whether you label that as caring or not makes no difference at this point.
Listen, when you
That's
say
irrelevant.
when you say safety is priority number 9, I don't need to label that as caring or not. You do that effectively.
The fact that they're still here means it was safe. Do you disagree with that point?
For all I know.
Do you disagree with that? No. Do you disagree with that point?
Because for all I know.
Okay, well then we're at an impasse then. That's fine. We're at an impasse.
You're gonna ask a question and then not allow me to answer. I'm being disingenuous.
You said yes, and I said, well then we're at an impasse. There's no reason why to continue it.
I agree, bro.
Unless you're trying to make me see in your sense, which I'm not going
Bruv,
to
I've
do.
already agreed with you, bro.
Then we could.